have any CH units available for Montgomery and Albany?
Any units in Crown Heights for Maple and Kingston for a 65-year-old severe disc breather?
Reality started sinking in that this is something much more serious than anyone had thought.
And we're literally just going from one call to the next. And I remember there was one afternoon, it just was absolute chaos.
Are there any CH units available for Lefferts and Albany for a patient with a low O2 sat?
For a patient possibly not breathing, do we have any units heading to Maple and Kingston? Put a rush on your response. Any medics?
It was emotional for them. Like, they were tearing up, they were crying. I mean, these were their friends, their family members.
First and foremost, the Eibishter, thank you. Secondly, Hatzalah.
Part of the healing is the support you feel, and when you see people really, really care, it just makes all of the difference.
Any units in Crown Heights for Crown and Troy for a 78-year-old?
H-base calling Crown Heights 904. What is your ETA back to the Crown Heights area? You're the only bus available. Please try to put a rush on it.
We were the first neighborhood where there was widespread community dissemination of the disease. I asked the Hatzolah coordinators to call all the members to a meeting, which we did on the phone, preparing the members for the onslaught that was about to occur and trying to make some rules of engagement as regards what was about to happen.
The normal Hatzalah volume in Crown Heights is about 7-8 calls a day. As the pandemic hit, that started to increase until it reached a point where it was 10 times the normal call volumes. Hatzalah of Crown Heights was just being hit with call after call after call with no respite. So we took the dispatching from normal Hatzalah dispatchers and started to dispatch from Crown Heights itself, and I think we did a very good job with that.
Calls were coming in fast and furious.
I remember just driving down the streets of Crown Heights, going from one call to the next, and literally just every block you saw members' cars, double parked with their lights flashing, and it was like a real realization of what we were going through at that moment.
Couldn't get air in my lungs and feeling complete short of breath. My wife and I decided we should call Hatzalah, and that was really the first part of intervention of Hatzalah with my situation.
Even though they were not critically ill, these were patients that had just begun with the illness. This was now in a different situation where Hatzalah members were being asked by the hospitals not to bring the patients to the hospital, and therefore we had to develop a way to make sure that patients were safe. Hatzalah members played an incredible and a critical role in maintaining the well-being of patients at home.
Much of the time we were working with a staff that was reduced by perhaps 50% in many cases. A lot of the stuff that we use in a typical period would last perhaps 6 months was flying off the shelves in 24 hours.
When our own members started going down too, and they started needing Hatzalah, and they started getting transported to the hospital, that's when I think it really just hit home, how bad the situation was.
When my health deteriorated, it was decided that it would be better that I go to the hospital. And they made sure that I was transported in time so that it wouldn't become a riskier transport.
About an hour after I got home, there was a ring on our doorbell. A beautiful young man came in with an oxygen machine and a pulse oximeter from Hatzalah, and he's like, "We just want to make sure it's here in case you need it."
Members went and essentially carried out the function of an army of nurses making sure that all patients were okay of the Yomim Tovim.
I had a visit from my private Hatzalah member that lives down the block. He would come in, check me out, make sure everything is okay. Baruch Hashem, I kept on getting stronger and better, and by the time Yom Tov came to an end, I was released from their care, and they moved on to help other people.
All I can say is that Hatzalah was wonderful.
We were actually really glad that we got him at, that he left the hospital and he was able to be treated at home, and Hatzalah was there, set him up with oxygen, whatever he needed, and kind of made a little hospital for him and took care of him as if he were in a hospital.
Getting follow-ups and really caring. It's not just an ambulance service. It's beyond that. It's real Bikuch Cholim in the ultimate.
Over Pesach, I did a lot of the house calls to a lot of patients that were recovering from COVID or patients that were in the middle of COVID, and I was able to, in a way, give them that chizuk that, I went through it, Baruch Hashem, I got better, and I'm back on my feet. I'm back being able to help other people.
Just people are willing to do whatever it takes to help one another. You know, you just really see the achdus, and it's just like mind-blowing.
The Hatzalah members themselves, impossible to describe how incredible they were to just jump in there and do what was needed. Not seeing their family sometimes for the entire day, not eating, not davening. It was just something to behold, incredible.
I definitely feel like all the wives in Hatzalah really deserve tons of credit for doing what they did. And you're running out all the time, so there's no break. You know, she's really was really on her own.
It made me just incredibly proud to be a part of this incredible organization.
Being a patient and being a caregiver, I can say that I'm really proud to be a member of the community and lucky to have the Hatzalah members that took care of me. I'm really proud to be a Hatzalah member, to be able to take care of the other members of the community.
There is absolutely nothing in the world better than having a friend like Hatzalah.
Come partner with us, invest in the infrastructure of Hatzalah, equipment, supplies, so that we're even better prepared to deal with situations, medical emergencies in the community. God willing, never something on this scale, but it certainly taught us that we can be even better prepared.
We don't do it for thanks. We never do. But to see how much people cared and the support, even on just a purely, emotional level, was an incredible thing to see. Thank you to the community for your support and encouragement. Whatever we were able to do, we were only able to do because of you guys.